Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you hitting the live webcast right now, tuning in, we were under an hour delay. We would have started at 11 a.m., but unfortunately the buses didn't arrive with the skiers, so we had to delay a little bit more to give everyone the chance and the opportunity to be on the dock in a timely manner for the women's jump final. And that's going to be our first event. The women's jump final will start off in just a few minutes, just a shade under 5 minutes. The women's jump final in the World Water Ski Championship for 2013. My name is Tony Leifert, your announcer for this event, and I'm also webcasting the event via youtube.com/waterski broadcasting. So it's been quite a popular event, too popular in fact for our live scoring system. Unfortunately, that kind of melted and broke down. So we've had to utilize social media to get the word out about the scores, and in order to utilize that, there you go, facebook.com/Waterski World Championship 2013 Chile. That's the place to go to get live scoring as it stands right now. If you want to hit me up with a comment or two, there you go. That's my email, announcer@waterskibroadcasting.com, announcer@waterskibroadcasting.com. So we've got plenty of action about to hit the water, and some skiing to come. Those are our two views. Hopefully they'll stay intact. Unable to really get too much cooperation from for Chilean TV. So we're basically using the same cameras that we had used initially, but on the other end of our shoreside camera is going to be Stephen Collins, who jumped in the elimination round but couldn't make it through to the next round. So he owes me a favor or two, so this is one of them, and hopefully he will be up to the task. He should know how to actually capture water ski jumping, as he is a pretty top level athlete himself. So that's what we got, and it's going to be coming up any moment now. We're about a minute away from starting the women's jump final. Okay, folks, we're just a few minutes away from starting the women's jump final. We've got some great skiing on tap. We're going to start off with FLADBORG of Denmark. But before we do, we have to take the boat up and down for a phantom pass, so to speak. And then it's down to business for FLADBORG. And then our next skiers to come after that. We'll have Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA to take to the water next. And then after Marie, we've got Lauren Morgan, Taryn Grant, Nancy Chardin, Regina Jaquist, Whitney McClintock, Alex Loretano, Mariam Major, Natalia Berdnikova, Yuta Lamy, and Jacinta Carroll. So all that to come on tap, folks, for the Championship of the World in women's water ski jumping. Great to have you on board as we now get ready for Denmark's FLADBORG coming up first. So plenty at stake here with the women's jump water ski championship, and also the women's overall, and I'll try and keep you up to speed with that as much as I can. As we get towards the end, there's a really, really tough battle between Regina Jaquist and Whitney McClintock. It comes down to only a few points, and it might even come down to whoever posts the best jump in the entire tournament. Currently, the best jump is a 55.2 meter effort by Jacinta Carroll, and she'll be taken to the water last. But if there is any score above that right now, that could have implications in the women's overall competition. And I'll try and keep you apprised of all of those developments as we continue on. So, this is the women's jump final. Our first skier out and making her way out towards the timing buoys for the jumpers. Here comes June FLADBORG. Let's have a look and see on jump number 1 how she gets along. Turns in, sets, digs in hard. Oh, nice looking first jump there for June FLADBORG. Great effort there. We'll get the distance any moment now. .5 meters, 47.5 meters on the opening jump for June FLADBORG.
First jump there for
47.5 meters to get her account going. .47.5 meters it is. So June FLADBORG with 2 more jumps remaining, and still trying to recover fully off the injury she sustained a season or 2 ago. Injured her heel when was unable to get back into to top flight tournament skiing until very recently slalomed in the European Championships in 2012 in Rocheto, but she couldn't get back out on the water and jump seriously until very, very recently. Here we go. Here comes June FLADBORG with jump number 2. Let's see if she is up to the task right here. Turns in, set, digs in hard. But I suspect that jump probably isn't going to be as far as the one that she produced just a few moments ago. Distance coming through any moment now for June FLADBORG. 48.9, a little bit further indeed there for June FLADBORG. I had her pegged for a little bit of a lower jump on that one, but coming through with a decent distance there on jump number 2. 48.9 meters it is for June. As we now set our sights on June FLADBORG for the third and last attempt. Obviously, it's going to be a big ask on June FLADBORG to try and put something out there that will match or even exceed Jacinta Carroll's best jump of 55.2, or come close to any of the other skiers that have made it through to this round of the competition, including the likes of Utalami with 52.3 or Natalia Berdnikava with 51.9. But June FLADBORG actually made it into this round of the competition, having jumped 48.9. So she is definitely on level terms in that regard. With her second jump, let's see if she can boost it out just a tad bit further. Here comes June. Last jump. Nicely held together, and that jump might actually be a little bit further there for June. Time's coming through, the distance coming through as well. Wow! 50.2, launching one out there. 50.2 meters for June FLADBORG on that last jump. What an effort there. 50.2 Our first jumper naturally in the lead after one skier, but a great, great effort there from that experienced campaigner from Denmark. So June FLADBORG going back to the dock. I think she'll be halfway pleased with that effort considering the circumstances. Prior to this event, not overly optimistic of her chances of medaling in this event, but certainly appreciative of the opportunity to show her skills out there as one of the top 12 skiers through to this round of the competition. So, Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA of Greece, next competitor on the water right now. And there was certainly a bit of a situation regarding the women's jump finalists out of the elimination round. There was a possibility that both Marie and June would have had to have had a jump off to make it through to the next round, but the situation as it stood there was that Manon Costard was slated to possibly take some re-jumps, but that was called back, and thus the tied 11th place skiers, Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA and June FLADBORG, both made it through to this round of the competition with a tied distance of 48.9. Speaking of that second tied skier, this is Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA of Greece. We'll see what she's got with the 3 jumps that she has to work with. Powering out towards the timing buoys. She should be turning a little bit after the 180-meter buoy, looking at the wind conditions and possibly detecting a little bit of a headwind as she turns, she sets, she rolls in hard. Oh, nice looking first jump there, powering it down the lake. Getting a good lift on that jump, and the distance should reflect that. 48.5 meters on jump number 1. 48.5 meters on jump number 1 for Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA. 48.5 meters. And she has 2 jumps to work with before she ends off her set here in the women's jump final. Now, in terms of the women's jump final, we've got some great female competitors here. We've got Lauren Morgan coming up next, who jumped 49 meters. We got Taryn Grant, who jumped 49.8 to tie in with Nancy Chardin with that distance, who will ski after her. And then about halfway into this, then we'll focus not only on the jump competition, but also the overall battle going on between Regina Jaquist and Whitney McClintock. There are target distances and a lot at stake, not only for the women's jump, but also for the women's overall. So it's nip and tuck now for those competitors, and also for Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA, who will be eager to try and use this next jump to try and put her out into the lead. Need a distance of over 50 meters to do it. Here she comes. Decent effort, well controlled, coming into the jump and into the landing. So just winding it on with that second jump. We're getting the distance any moment now for Marie. 49 meters exactly. 49 meters exactly for Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA. 49 meters. Still has a third jump to come, so obviously up in the ante and getting more distance with jump number 2. A 49-meter jump it is. So Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA from 2 seasons ago took the bronze medal in the World Championships in Dubna during the World Championships. So looking to try and ascend herself a little bit higher, maybe put herself in one of those 3 medal spots. But she's definitely going to have to go some to do that with the one remaining jump that she has at her disposal. Let's see how late she dare take it. She's definitely turned later off that 180-meter buoy. She means business. Here she comes. All right. Great looking jump on the third and last attempt there from Marie. As our webcast audience looks again at that particular effort. And she takes the lead with 50.9 meters. 50.9 meters. That distance for Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA, 50.9. So in fine form there with that one last attempt. Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA. So our webcast audience taking one last opportunity to watch Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA ascend off the ramp again and producing an absolute beauty of a jump there. It's going to be 50.9 and there it is. And we now will go on to our next competitor, who should be Laura Morgan. Laura Morgan is our next competitor. The sound of that boat, the ProStar 197, the very last women's competition. We will see that that boat pull. The women's jump competition. After this World Championships, that boat will be retired to the annals of history to be replaced by the new 2014 ProStar. As we now bring in Laura Morgan for the first of her 3 jumps. And turning just before the 600-foot cut buoy. Does she see something here that necessitates that adjustment? Here she comes, jump number 1. Oh, beauty of a jump there. Hurling herself out there to some great, great distance. Ensure that she'll be getting some advice along the shoreline. Try and affect some change out there on the water and maybe get some more distance. But this is certainly a decent jump to open up with. Jump 49 meters to make it through to this round of the competition.
Distance 49.1 meters, 49.1, 161 feet.
Okay, and just jumping marginally further than her elimination round distance, 49.1 meters. 49.1 meters there for Laura Morgan. So trying to improve upon that distance and with the remaining 2 jumps. Definitely off to a cracking start. Certainly some comments being forwarded through. Thank you very much indeed to all of our commenters on YouTube thus far, and audience continues to grow as we watch Lauren Morgan from the United States of America coming back into the course right here and now. Now I suspect that she's going to come up a little bit closer to the 180 meter turns just prior to it. See if we can get a closer look in on Lauren Morgan with her second jump. Nicely done. I gather that's going to be around about the same distance. Might be a tad further, but not much. Well, it was there and thereabouts there for Lauren Morgan on jump number 2. And for Lauren, it's 49.0 meters, 49.0 meters on jump number 2. So she's got it all to do a little bit on her last jump. Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA jumping towards the 51 meter mark and currently in the lead with that distance. So a live feed right now of scores being provided through Facebook. And FLADBORG opened out with 50.2. Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA came right back with 50.9. And now, third and last jump for Lauren Morgan. Here she comes, Lauren Morgan, third and last. Driving in. Oh, and trying her best to hold it together, but I don't think the distance on that last jump will be much cop there for her. Certainly put everything into that, but don't think she fully connected as explosively as she would have liked to. It's a good jump. It's 50.2 meters. More a product of speed than anything else, but 50.2 meters it is. It's her best jump, but not quite enough to take the lead at this point in the proceedings. 50.2 meters there for Lauren Morgan on that jump. And actually, I believe, going back on the distances, that actually ties June FLADBORG with a distance. So we got a tie for second place after 3 competitors. And still in the lead right now is Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA with a 50.9 meters. Let's see who will make the breakthrough. Pass 51 meters and ascend towards the heights of the mid-50 meter leaps that we're accustomed to seeing these lady jumpers produce. Fourth skier out, representing Canada, is going to be Taryn Grant. Taryn Grant of Canada. Now, certainly a lot at stake, not only for Taryn Grant on the water so far as her personal ambitions towards the Women's World Jump title are concerned. Also, the team title is very much up for grabs right now. The United States are still in the lead in that respect. But a team that could well catch them, providing they have some required results between Taryn Grant and Whitney McClintock, that team being Canada. If they get some significant improvement from Taryn and from Whitney, who knows? Could close the gap very, very significantly as we now look over towards the end of the course. Oh, turning way past the 180-meter buoy. Seeing a little bit of an increase in the breeze and taking the necessary measures to counteract that. Oh, look at that. Oh, holy moly. Great looking jump there from Taryn. Taryn Grant really launching out with jump number 1. We'll get that distance coming up in just a moment. 161 feet or 49.1 meters. 49.1 meters there for Taryn Grant on jump number 1. So off to a great start. But let's see how she finishes with the remaining 2 jumps. So Taryn Grant, who used a jump of 49.8 meters to make it through, so no improvement there in that respect, not only for Taryn but also for Team Canada. So she's looking basically for a distance into the 50-meter mark or significantly higher than that to really boost Canada's chances of placing higher than France or even possibly the United States in the team competition. But let's see what Taryn can do at this point. Oh, what a leap there from Taryn Grant on jump number 2. Certainly a good turn. The timing looked pretty decent. She got her legs underneath her with jump number 2. But unfortunately losing a little bit of distance, a whole meter in fact, upon jump number 1. 48.1 meters is the distance that's been called. So maybe that slightly earlier approach there from Taryn Grant may have robbed her some distance, or maybe she didn't get enough explosion off the top of the jump to really take advantage of the edge that she got off that turn. Certainly a lot of factors go into play with water ski jumping. Timing is definitely one. The ability to keep some water speed up in the turn and allow those skis to make their way round is certainly another. As we now look on and see what Taryn Grant can do with the third and last installment of her performance in this women's jump final. Here she comes one last time, Taryn Grant. Oh, look at this. Barreling into the jump. And the speed was there, but unfortunately the lift wasn't all the way there for Taryn Grant as she works her way back in towards the shore. I'm sure she'll receive some good cheer from the Canadian crowd assembled along the shoreline, no doubt, for her effort out there. Coming off the handle very, very early indeed into the flight. But despite that, it is her best jump out of the three. 49.7 meters. 49.7 meters for Taryn Grant on jump number 3. So, that is Taryn Grant's best effort. And we will work our way along towards the middle portion of this event. Next competitor up, the person who actually tied Taryn Grant with a distance of 49.8 meters to make it through to the next round of the competition, is going to be Nancy Chardin.
Thank you, Nancy, 54.
So from one Raging Cajun alumnus to another, it's Nancy Chardin from France to take to the water next, and needing a fair amount of distance herself, not only for herself but also to try and boost the French team's chances of ascending higher in the overall race. She is about France's only. One of France's only chances to make it through, but she is an individual competitor, so her score wouldn't be added to the French tally. Another skier's score would. That's Marion Mathieu. So we'll look to see if Marion can produce something that may bolster the French team's chances. The United States right now are currently in a firm lead in the team overall competition. And it would seem that unless something really dramatic happens between now and the end of the competition, it could well stay that way. Here we go. This is Nancy Chardin of France. Setting herself up well. Turning away. Ooh, and a little out towards the back there on that left ski. But coming in with a lot of heat on jump number one. A little bit of an upper body crush, in fact, when she hit the ramp. 49.2 meters. 49.2 meters on that jump there for Nancy Chardin. 49.2 to get her effort up and running. Still that jump of Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA in the lead with 50.9 meters, don't forget.
Coming back with the second jump for Nancy Chardin.
All right, here we go. Nancy Chardin with jump number 2. Turns in and drives in hard. Oh, I certainly like that jump. Well put together there from Nancy Chardin. As she rides that one out. Put in a lot of speed and a lot of effort on that jump, and took less of a crush on that one. Used more extension off the top. 49.8 meters. 49.8 meters. Exactly the same distance that she used to make it through to this round of the competition. 49.8 meters is that distance for Nancy Chardin. So getting closer to the 50-meter barrier. But she's going to need something beyond just making it through 50 meters in order to take the lead.
Thank you, we copy. The skiers want to know if there'll be a break between men and women.
All right, then, here we go one last time. Nancy Chardin with one final crack at this. Decent looking last jump there for Nancy. I don't think the distance is going to be significantly more than the one that she posted just a few moments ago, but anything is possible with 49.8 meters. Got a little bit more lift though. Distance should be coming through. 49.6. She backs it down a little bit. 49.6 meters on jump number 3. That's Nancy Chardin, and still out in the lead with a 50.9 meter jump is Marie VYMPRANIETSOVA. So we're about halfway down in this women's jump competition, and now we're going to ratchet up the intensity a little bit, not only with the women's jump final, but also concerning the overall championship as it stands. Our next competitor out is going to be Regina Jaquis. Regina Jaquis. Okay, so we're getting some indication from our officials that the men's jump competition, there will be a very, very brief interval between the women's jump competition and the start of the men's, just enough to put some fuel in the boat and change out officials. But it'll be the minimal of intervals between the end of women's jump before we go into the men's competition. So here we go. We have got Regina Jaquis of the United States of America on the water right now, and looking to try and put some breathing space between her and Whitney McClintock in the overall battle. More details of that to come in just a moment. Here comes Regina. Nice and wide up on that towboat. Look at her go into the bottom of the jump. Oh, absolutely pounding that ramp and looking like a skier on fire out there, Regina Jaquis. With jump number 1. .7 meters, 49.7. That's a jump distance 0.1 of a meter less than what she produced out of the elimination round. So it is 49.7 on jump number 1 there for Regina Jaquis, as we look forward to seeing her come back on jump number 2. Now, 49.7 meters. Her best distance up to this time is a 49.8. Right now, there is less than 30 overall points separating Regina Jaquis, who is in the lead, ahead of Whitney McClintock. And I'll try and keep you up to date with the overall battle. My good friend, Mr. Ed Brazil, emailed me in a spreadsheet that would actually help calculate that unofficially. But right now it's a moot point because Regina Jaquis still needs to get above 49.8 meters to try and affect any change in the overall competition in her favor. Or more in her favor, I beg your pardon. So We're looking at this this second jump, the action replay to our webcast audience.
Distance
51.9 meters. 51.9 meters for Regina Jaquess. Now that has definitely bumped her overall total up. 51.9 meters for Regina Jaquess on that particular jump. Not only that, but she's gotten into the lead right now. So, with 51.9 meters for Regina Jaquess, that bumps her overall total up unofficially to 2781.72. That gives her slightly under 100 combinate points advantage ahead of Whitney McClintock, and Whitney McClintock is about to jump next. All right then, here she comes. So your new leader with 51.9 meters is Regina Jaquess. Let's see what she's got to round off her her competition here. Not only in the jump, but in the entire event, where she's also scored a slalom win. Oh, look at that. Good power. Good elevation off the top of the ramp. Distance coming through any moment now for Regina Jaquess. 52.0 meters. 52.0 on that last jump for Regina Jaquess. 52.0 meters. So bumping that up by 0.1 of a meter. She is still in the lead. So now with 52 meters in the lead, Regina Jaquess would now hand the rope over to her overall rival, Whitney McClintock of Canada. So 3 jumps at Whitney McClintock's disposal, and this will be a huge challenge for her for the world overall championship. Let's have a look and see what it's going to take from Whitney McClintock, based upon the top baseline jump of 55.2 meters in terms of overall points. It's probably going to take a jump in excess of 53 meters with the jumps that she has at her disposal. In fact, even 53 meters at this point would still put her about 9 points short of overhauling Regina Jaquess at this point. So effectively, it's going to take about a 53.2 meter jump in order for Whitney McClintock to take the overall title. Let's see what she's got at her disposal. Here she comes. Turning in, setting. Oh, wow. Certainly throwing everything into that effort. And we'll see if that yields the distance that she needs. I suspect that jump is going to be about the higher 40-meter mark. So definitely needing a lifetime personal best here to 47.7 meters. 47.7 meters on jump number 1 for Whitney McClintock, 47.7 meters. So Whitney McClintock, a lot riding on these next two jumps. Just recalculating the distances again. It's going to take something like 53.4 meters, in fact, to affect a change in the overall in her favor. Here comes Whitney McClintock. Holy moly, great looking jump there from Whitney as she rides it out. We'll look at this jump again for the benefit of our webcast viewers. Needing a 53. And she's definitely going higher, 49.2 meters. 49.2 meters for Whitney McClintock on jump number 2. 49.2. But she needs a distance of 53.4 meters to take the overall title. Is it within her reach? How late dare she go? Regina Jaquess in the lead right now, having jumped 52 meters and boosting up her overall score in the process. There's still an outside chance that Whitney McClintock can produce that lifetime personal best jump. Certainly the conditions are well within her favor to do it. A good stiff head breeze. And if she catches it right with the right amount of timing, the right amount of speed, and a whole truck full of lift, then we could see a dramatic change in the overall competition at the very, very last performance that could determine the fate of the overall competition. Here she comes. One last jump. Extending out over those skis the best that she can, and I'm not too sure whether that's going to do it for her. It may end up being a bigger jump distance for Whitney McClintock, but I don't think it's going to be quite big enough in terms of the overall competition, or even so far as taking the lead in this event period. But it's a 50.2 meter jump, 50.2 meters for Whitney McClintock on her last attempt. 50.2 meters is the distance that she is going to have to make do with, tying with at least a couple of other skiers in the women's jump competition. But it would be fair to say provisionally that Regina Jaquess is now the women's world overall champion as a result of the 6 jumps that you've just seen. The 3 from Regina and the 3 from Whitney McClintock. So, provisionally, it would seem that the women's overall competition is now done. So now we can concentrate almost exclusively on the women's jump competition. And Alex Loretano is going to be our next competitor to come. All right, then, here we go. This is Alex Loretano with jump number 1. Getting set up. Oh, this is a late approach. Leaving nothing to chance here, and up and over. Great looking speed. Good looking jump. Very, very nicely put together. And certainly a lot of width on there just before she turned before the ramp. Certainly a jumper capable of producing the distance towards the 180 foot mark. It's a 51.9 meter jump, 51.9. So with that distance, 51.9, that just puts her shade below Regina Jaquist at this point in the proceedings. 51.9 meters. So here we go. Alex Loretano. Lead distance right now still belonging to Regina Jaquist with a 52-meter jump. So with that jump from Whitney McClintock, the Canadians have actually leapfrogged in the overall competition. They certainly benefited to the tune of being able to get above France in the overall competition. And they're about 4 points ahead of France right now. So here we go. This is Alex Loretano for the United States. And that team appears to have a lock on the overall competition right now, but anything can happen. So the team competition, the women's overall competition, a lot more than just the women's jumping that you see on the water at stake. As Alex Loretano puts in a great load of speed. And 51.7 meters, 51.7 meters, backing it down a little bit in terms of distance. 51.7 meters is the jump of Alex Loretano. And now has one more attempt remaining. So, the best jump that we've seen out of our women's competitors, just marginally further than Alex Loretano's best jump of 51.9. Regina Jaquist's 52-meter attempt. So here we go. This is Alex Loretano. Turning in towards the right-hand side of that towboat. Now turns away, now turns the skis back through. Boom, hits that jump. Oh, and a beauty of a jump there from Alex. That's the kind of jump that she needed. So Alex Loretano going great towards that jump there with the third and last attempt. I suspect this one could well be her furthest. Certainly the speed and the height would suggest so. However, the distance doesn't quite reflect the effort there for Alex Loretano. That's going to be a 50.1 meter jump, 50.1 on that last jump. So her best jump is going to be 51.9. She was definitely the hottest on the first. And Alex Lauritano going back to shore. She's currently in second place right now in the women's jump event.
The next skier, Marianne Matthews, 54 split on an S. An S is in Sam with a 4 power factor. Change the power factor to 4.
All right then, folks. We now have Marion Mathieu, next competitor from France. And now a chance for the team competition to change, because Marion Mathieu is a team skier. And from the indication that I got from our officials just a few moments ago, Canada just leapfrogged France to the tune of 4 overall points. So in order for Marion Mathieu to basically switch it back around again so that the French are currently in second, she would need a jump in excess of 51 meters. The 51-meter distance she produced in the elimination round. I'm sure that Marion Mathieu harbours far greater ambitions at this point of just barely scraping by 51 meters. I'm sure that she'll want to put a distance out there that's in excess of 52 to take the lead. Here she comes into the course right now. Here is Marion. Oh, nice looking jump indeed to get things going. Great turn and great edge all the way through and good height. Has a back injury coming into this event which precluded her from taking part in any of the slalom. And 49.8 meters on jump number 1. 49.8 meters on jump number 1 for Marion Mathieu. 49.8. And for Marion, she's still very much behind the 8 ball here. As we now get ready to bring her in once again for the remaining 2 jumps that she has at her disposal. Here we go. Here comes Marion. Second attempt. Turns away. Ooh, and almost losing that right ski off the top. Flattened off just before hitting the base of the ramp. Certainly a precarious situation there for Marion. But looking to put a distance out there that would exceed 51 meters for the French team. A little bit scary with that jump. It's a 48.5 meter jump. 48.5 meters on jump number 2. And now she's really going to have to dig down deep. And she'll need a distance. She needs at about 2 meters, in fact, to really satisfy the French team's aims right now. They're currently in 3rd place right now, about 4 overall points behind Canada, who just recently leapfrogged them in the overall battle on the strength of Taryn Grant and Whitney McClintock's jumps. So right here, right now, Marion Mathieu's final stand in the women's jump event in the 2013 World Water Ski Championships. What can she produce? Turns away, drives it in home. Oh, a lot of speed, and just fighting through the pain there of the back injury that she had coming into this event. Good load of speed coming into the base. We'll get the distance any moment now. Whoa, 51.1 meters. 51.1 meters. May not be quite as far as Marion Mathieu would have liked to satisfy her own personal aims, but I believe that's just put the French in front of the Canadians once again. 51.1 meters on jump number 3. Wow. We'll get confirmation of that from our officials in just a moment. But as it stands right now, prior to that jump, the Canadians had leapfrogged the French by 4 overall points. And Marion Mathieu's best jump, irrespective of whether it was the elimination round or the finals, was a 51-meter attempt. Then she came back with a 51.1-meter jump, and I believe that could well have allowed the French to move back into second again. The United States appearing to have a lock on the overall team title as we now work our way down towards our next competitor representing Belarus. It will be Natalia Berdnikova. So Natalia Berdnikova took herself out of the overall competition contention with a fall in the tricks event and an early exit out of the slalom event. So this is basically it for her. All turning well past the 180-meter buoy and really setting herself up for a late approach on jump number 1. Oh, this is the latest cut that we've seen thus far. Here comes Natalia. Launches herself out there. And the current world champion and world record holder throwing everything she could into that jump. We'll see what she yields with this attempt. And we have a new leader, 54.4 meters. 54.4 meters for Natalia Berdnikova on jump number 1. 54.4. So certainly putting herself in great shape thus far in the jump event. So now, according to radio communication, suggesting that Natalia Berdnikova is looking for a little bit more out of the boat. She's wanting to adjust the letter by 1 factor. So here she comes. Jump number 2. already in the lead with 54.4 meters. Look at this. Drives it. Oh, and passing up. And our first pass of the day, folks, from Natalia Berdnikova. So incredibly late on jump number 2, Natalia Berdnikova. So passing up on jump number 2 for Natalia, as we now get set for her third and last attempt. The current world jump champion and world jump record holder. Okay, and just got in a conference with the scorers in that little bit of time that I had, and found out the team situation. In fact, there's less than a point between France and Canada in the overall competition. Canada are still in second place right now in the overall competition by less than a full point ahead of France at this time. So that 0.1 of a meter improvement by Marion Mathieu, it was close. It clawed up plenty of that deficit, but not all of it. So, with no more French skiers to come in this competition, the top 3 places could well be set. Here we go. This is Natalia Berdnikova with a 54.4 meter opening jump. A pass on the second. Here she comes on the third. Little off the back of the jump, and unfortunately, I don't think she got too much lift on that one. Certainly not anything close or resembling that jump of 54.4 meters. But we'll be intrigued to find out nonetheless for Natalia Berdnikova. Certainly had the speed, certainly had the timing. 49.8 meters, in fact. 49.8 meters on that jump from Natalia Berdnikova.
Can you repeat the time again, Tobo?
So, your new leader in the jump event with a 54.4 meter jump is Natalia Berdnikova. So,
We have Yuta Lamy, 54 split on a V for victory. Power factor the same.
so we're down to our last 2 competitors. We're going to see Jacinta Carroll in a few minutes, but before her is going to be Yuta Lamy of Finland. One other thing to consider in the team competition as well is that it's based upon overall combination points, and those are based upon the top scores in this competition. Now, Jacinta Carroll's score of 55.2 meters coming into this round of the competition. Well, if she improves upon that score, then that could well have some significant bearing in the team competition as well, but we'll find out a little bit more later on as we work our way towards the end of the women's jump competition. But here comes Untitled of Finland.
Okay, we're coming with Untitled, both pass splits.
So beautiful conditions here at Lago Los Moros. Turns in, drives it in. Oh, good looking first jump there from Untitled. As we look at this jump once again. So Untitled certainly been making some noise on the women's jumping team, especially in the early part of the season. 50.9 meters, 50.9 meters. We've heard that jumper called one or two times before. 50.9 meters, jump number one for Untitled of Finland. But still looking for something over 54.5 meters to unsettle the balance of power in the women's jump final. 50.9, jump number one. So now we're barreling down towards the end of the women's jump competition. We're on our penultimate skier right now. We still have Jacinta Carroll about to take to the water within the next few jumps. Those few jumps belonging to Untitled. Now let's see how her timing is. She's going to turn about a meter past the 180-meter cut buoy. Turns away, drives it in. Ooh, a good, decent bit of speed. Well held together there for Utah. Certainly a lot of speed. Decent amount of lift. But just kind of waited on the jump a little bit just before she hit it. 54.4 meters. Can you believe it? It's a tie for the lead. 54.4 meters. Whew, yikes. 54.4 meters for Untitled. And if nothing changes between now and the end, there could be a tie for one of the medal positions already. Natalia Berdnikova already on the podium in the lead with two competitors to go. And for those of you wondering about a potential tie break, well, obviously Untitled has it with a 52.3 meter jump compared to Natalia Berdnikova. So if it does end up being a tie for 54.4 meters for one of the minor places outside of gold, then Untitled has the upper hand against Natalia Berdnikova in this instance. So here we go. This is Untitled coming off that turn right now. Let's see what she's got for the third and last jump. Ooh! Good kick, good flight. Not too sure whether that's going to be anything close to the distance that she needs to really put the pressure on Jacinta Carroll. She's definitely secured herself at least a silver medal spot.
Distance
52.9 on that jump there for Utalami. 52.9 meters it is going to be for her last jump. So 54.4 meters, a tie for second place right now. And that's going to be the distance that our last competitor has to exceed in order to take the win. That last competitor representing Australia, Jacinta Carroll. So Australia bring in Jacinta Carroll.
Yes, I'm here. At this moment, we have a tie for first place with 54.4. And if Jacinta is not doing more, we will have a tie. I'm aware of it.
All right then, so here we go. Jacinta Carroll. Now on the water and getting ready for the three jumps that she has at her disposal. Okay, so what tricks does she have up her sleeve? She holds the best jump distance in this competition with a 55.2 meter effort. Here she comes on jump number 1. Jacinta Carroll. Loads off the top of the ramp. Beautiful effort. Is that going to be enough, though? We'll find out in just a moment or so. Very, very tidy first jump there from Jacinta Carroll. Oh, wow. 52.9 meters on jump number 1. 52.9. So she's got a lot of work to do between now and the end. 52.9 meters, the opening jump there for Jacinta Carroll. So Jacinta Carroll has indicated to the boat that she wants to change the power factor. She was jumping with a 4, now upping it up to power factor 5. We'll see if that kind of boost will help her with the remaining 2 jumps that she has left. Let's see what Jacinta Carroll can do with the remaining 2 jumps. She needs to jump over 54.4 meters to take the world title. Here she comes. Jump number 2. She's later. Oh, and unloads, and a beauty of a jump there. Once again, great effort there from Jacinta Carroll as she rides out that effort. And checking her right ski thin as she goes out of course, indicating that the distance is coming through. And the world title is Jacinta Carroll's. 56 meters. 56 meters for Jacinta Carroll on that second jump. Does she go into the dock at this point? 56 meters, she has won the world title. Okay, so now here comes Jacinta Carroll with jump number 3. 56 meters, already winning the world title. And I'm not too sure whether that particular jump is going to be anywhere close. But it's a great, great effort. And you're now watching the women's world jump champion in Jacinta Carroll with a 56-meter bomb on jump number 2.
Distance 49.3.
49.3 on that jump for Jacinta Carroll. As we now look in via our shoreline camera and see Jacinta Carroll celebrating with that jump distance of 56 meters. Well done to Jacinta Carroll. That therefore means that Utalami is confirmed in second place and Natalia Berdnikova in third. Both of those jump distances, those skiers, both jump 54.4 meters. But Jacinta Carroll is your world champion. From Australia, Jacinta Carroll! So that concludes women's jump. We're going to have a quick change of a boat cruise. And then we are going to put some fuel in the boat. That will take a bit less than 10 minutes. But that has been the World Women's Jumping Championship. And for those of you watching the webcast, thank you very much indeed. And we'll continue on with the men's jump final in just a moment. All right, you guys are watching the webcast. We'll terminate this player in just a moment. But just for your delight, we'll have a look at Jacinta Carroll's her middle jump, the one that secured her the world title. Absolutely launching off the top of that ramp, flying in, and that was a jump of 56 meters. It took the world title, and that was a superb effort from her. First time she's gotten the world elite title, so a great effort there from Jacinta Carroll once again. Okay, as I mentioned, we're going to terminate the webcast and then move everyone over to the men's jump final webcast. Be sure to check the very top of the Water Ski Broadcasting YouTube presence. YouTube.com/Water Ski Broadcasting or waterskibroadcasting.com. But for now, this is Tony Lightfoot, and with the time approaching an hour and 24 minutes from the start, it is ciao for now.